Hey folks, it's Babbage-nator. We're back in the Long Dark. Continuing our Luck of the Draw challenge. We are right now in Pleasant Valley. We have tried looking for bedroll here, but no luck. No luck with the pry bar either.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah. Okay, so we've already done our water, boiled our water, so we're ready to go. Just want to check and see if the weather is good out there. Yeah, good. Okay. Things we need to know. Do we have enough cloth? We don't have enough cloth. Okay, so we are going to go over to the house over the hill here, other side of the road. We're trying to get some cloth from here. Deer. Another deer.
Barely walk with this much gear.
Okay. Okay. We need more firewoods. No, not firewood. We need more torches. So let's pull torches. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not that iron. 10.
take it.
Okay. Minutes. Okay, we need more rabbit hides. Okay, I think we're going to stay here for the night then. Guess if that's the case, we can go ahead and try to cook some more. Whew. Minutes. Those join us. Here's my bio if you aren't familiar with what I do, and here's the challenge we're doing right now. Cooking 3. Where are we at with our fire starting?
Damn it! So hungry.
Not there yet. Okay, let's see what we got. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see here. Sorry, I was just checking a message I got. So, here we are. Night is almost done. We can repair our socks next, I think. How are we doing for cloth? We'll want to pick up a few more pieces of cloth because we're going to have to make snow shelters because there are no beds in Crumbling Highway. That's the worst part about going through Crumbling Highway. Actually, don't I have other stuff to... Yeah, I do. I can make these. Yeah, despite the bear attack, we are still holding it together.
I'm gonna need to eat. I'd eat anything right about now.
Does not sound good out there.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Yeah, too gusty. It's not terrible, it's just not good. Come on, just give us a break here. No break. Just storm, storm, storm. Okay, might as well do something productive here.
I could eat a horse. Let's say a lot, because I love horses. I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer. All I can think about is food.
We're not really tired. It's going to be a pain to get through the night. I don't think we're going to need 64 of these. I think we can probably get by with 30 something. So earlier this week, I got to introduce my roommate to The Princess Bride. They'd never seen The Princess Bride.
Anything right now.
But they enjoyed it, so it's like, point one. 1 point for me, introducing cultural traditions. Preserving cultural memory. Ensuring people get to enjoy the classics of the 80s well into the 2020s. Okay.
Oh, I've never been so hungry in my life. Come on, little fire.
Yeah, do we already use up all our water? So we have to boil more water. Yeah, if I remember correctly, we picked up some water tablets. We did, purification tablets. So this means
I need something to eat.
we can just simply use this.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Which way are we going? Let's see if we can figure out where the bear is. Wolf over there. Okay. Where's the bear? I don't see the bear. Do we not have a bear? I'm not seeing any bones.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Nope, the bones are here. The bear should be here somewhere. We're just trying not to meet him.
Starting to feel numb.
Where's the bear? Really would like some clarity as to where the bear is. Okay, I think we're just gonna
I'm
loot
freezing.
the cabin and then rest overnight. I heard the bear. He's coming. We're not gonna go that way. I'm gonna walk around the perimeter and double back. Salt there, we don't need it. Can't really go up here. Ooh. Okay,
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
we're here. Hmm. This is a whole lot of nothing. Oh boy.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Okay. There's our bear. I didn't know he came to this side. The question is, where is he going? Yeah, I have no idea where the bear's going. No, he's coming across the island. Don't really need that either. Hmm. Oops, getting sloppy here. Still trying to see where the bear is. And the bear is going out. Okay, timing is bad. Can't expect to get there without running into the bear, so we're gonna wait. And we'll try to leave before the bear leaves next time.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Oh boy, why am I so yawny today? Okay. I think we're just gonna stay put. Hmm. Figures. Knew that was coming.
Can you eat, Tree?
What do I want to do here? I think I'll probably take a short 5-minute rest or break for myself. Shortly here. Alright, getting a little sleepy again. So like I said, we'll probably take a little short rest. Still blowing storm out there. But
I gotta eat soon.
well, that's no fun.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Uh-oh.
Come on, little fire. My fingers feel numb.
Ooh. Quiet stream tonight.
Oh, yeah. That's good. I'm too cold.
Hey, just feeling sleepy. Okay, we're gonna hold off our short break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. I am back. Just stretch my legs for a little bit. Think about what I want to do tonight. I don't know. It's like if our numbers are small tonight, it was just me, really, night stream. I may just call it early. Go either work on something or watch something else. Uh-oh. Yep, wind change. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. Okay. So yeah, maybe we'll do another 15 minutes or so and then we'll wrap it up. $21. Weather suddenly turned around. Okay. We go hang out at the longsword then? Okay.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Can we get close? Too close. That doesn't work. Too heavy.
Perfect. This pack is getting too heavy to carry. Come on, little fire. Come on. Perfect.
20 hours. Survive 20 hours. We can't even sleep out here. I think we should just go. Okay, let's try once again, see where the bear is, and then we can make a plan. Okay. Oh dear, spooked me. $18 hours. Where's our bear now? There he is again. Okay, so if we cut really wide, I think we can avoid him completely. So we are going to go really wide. We're going to go to the back to the fishing hut, and then we'll zag back to the road. Hey EG, good to see you. Big stretch. And 100. I was just saying, if no one else was going to show up, or I might actually wrap up early. I mean, I like playing the game, but it's also fun to interact with chat, and if there's no one hanging around, if it's one of those Fridays where it's, or Saturdays, it's really, really quiet, then maybe I'll just do something else. Okay, we're a race against the bear now. That's what I was worried about. Come on, guys. So yeah, you missed us getting cabin fever, so one of the reasons why we're spending so much time out here is just to burn up hours. The last stream we already took care of, like literally within a minute, we took care of our requirement to get the 2 liters of water boiled. So we already are long past that point. We are no reason to stay. We tried a few more places looking for bedroll and failed. So the best thing we can do is go to Desolation Point. Try our luck there. There's a number of different bedroll spawns, so that's what we'll bank on. We still don't have a hacksaw, so even though we keep seeing saplings, we can't do anything. Ooh. Nope. Okay.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Here we are. So I think we'll just push on for probably another 12 or 15 minutes. Wrap up a little early today. Not every stream needs to be a 2-hour stream, I figure. Sometimes you need to take it easy, other times you want to do more. Or we could get raided by Prof Neils. Hey, greetings, folks. Now I feel like we're obligated to stick around a little bit longer. I was just saying that.
Gotta warm up somehow.
That was cool.
So I'll have you know that, oh yeah, so those of you who are new to this stream, this is me. And this is a challenge we're doing. Prof Niels, there's some offline conversation I want to have with you about some interesting ideas for possibly doing stream together. I don't know. What was I thinking about? What was it? Wow, it was late one of these nights, and I thought about something cool to do, and then I now promptly forgotten about it. What was it? It was going to be something fun, and I think it was supposed to be something D&D related. And I can't remember. Can't remember now. So yeah, there may be a D&D idea. Someone suggested I like do like a solo RPG stream where I play through kind of one of the classic there are like tables and generators out there for you to basically do a dungeon crawl that is just basically you're playing inside of a roguelike, right? So it just unfolds as you go along. Yeah, Neil and Neil's collab, yeah, totally. A 5-5 cold mechanics with friends and family game. Boat murder situation. I haven't played that. I think I have Dwarf Fortress in my Steam account. I don't think I played it that much. Yeah. What was I thinking about? I wanted to do. I'll have to go back and see if I have it in my notes somewhere. But there was some idea I had. I think what I was looking at was like less of a live playthrough and more of kind of whether it's interview format or kind of an improv game format type thing. I think I remember what it was. It was just like challenging each other to come up with. So it's kind of like a creative writing prompt and kind of like a DM improv game. But basically, we challenge each other with these randomly generated like elements that we then have to spin into some sort of a scenario for like a classics or D&D sort of thing. So you would have to figure out like, how could this be an adventure? And you would talk through it. It's not necessarily we'd have to run it, but we'd talk through like what that could mean. I think sometimes it's fun to like get random weird stuff and then like think through what kind of an adventure you would make out of that, or what kind of an encounter you'd build out of that. So I think like that could be entertaining to just kind of go wild and come up with weird ideas. And then what else was I thinking about? Oh yeah, and so someone suggested if I have a little bit more time in my schedule to have a couple streams where I'm just doing a solo RPG and it just kind of and whether that's a pre-made one or we come up with our own set of tables and just generate it and go along with the silliness of it. But yeah, anyways, looking at a few different ideas like that. But yeah, I'm supposed to finish up my degree in August. And then they'll let me keep on in my current position for another 6 months afterwards. And there's currently a debate as to whether that definition of like 6 months after graduation begins with the point when I file my paperwork in August, or does that begin when I walk the stage and collect my diploma, my degree in November. I'm looking for whatever I can get. I would like to get...
Freezing.
The type of work I do now is digital scholarship librarian, which basically is partly programmer and partly librarian, and helping faculty and graduate students do research that involves digital methods. So that usually translates to doing some Python programming, some natural language processing, regular expressions, data mining tools, AI-aided transcriptions. Yeah, so it's a wide variety of things. But sometimes it's troubleshooting people's like really old WordPress websites that they never got around to updating, and so now everything's broken, and they're applying for a new grant and they need it to work again. And then they're now understanding why it might have been valuable to have kept a graduate student assigned to that. Yeah.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
But I'm open to teaching positions as well. The biggest thing is I'm just trying to stay in Canada for a wide variety of reasons, but partly it's because I'm not a youngster anymore, and my family members are getting older too. My mother's in her mid-80s now,
Nobody
and
needs this anymore.
I would like to be in the same country, close by, easier to visit, easier just to be around if she needs me for something, or if her health changes. So far, she's doing pretty well, but yeah. Okay, yeah, do that. We'll chat. Yeah, those of you who came in with the Prof. Neil's raid, a little bit about me. I am a writer. I'm also a former computer games programmer. And this is really windy. We're going to stay down here for a little bit. We cannot pass time right now because we have cabin fever.
Drop any of this gear.
It is unfortunate, but I'm trying to think there's something we can do to... Yep. So yeah, so we'll throw that up there again. Yeah, so I'm a writer. I'm the author of 2 books of poetry. I'm a translator. I'm a former computer games programmer. This says full-time creative writing coach and manuscript editor. I'm actually currently taking a step back from that, although I may be upping my hours on that soon. Because I'm back in school doing a Master's of Library and Information Science, which I finish up this summer. And then I'm on the market as an academic librarian. I've been playing TLD for a long time, since late beta, pre-release in 2017, but most of my hours now are in Interloper. When I first started, it was mostly in Stalker, but But I really do love this game. Yeah. Oh, also a long-time D&D player and DM. I've done a lot of different things over the years, so pretty much you can ask me about almost anything, and I'll probably have something to say about it.
Horse.
I did a undergraduate in computer science, a MFA in creative writing, and then a PhD in literature and creative writing, where I wrote a dissertation on 19th century artificial intelligence, basically how machines became persons in the Victorian imagination. Let's see. Do we feel lucky? Do we feel lucky? Maybe we don't feel lucky. Maybe we feel like we want to use one of these guys. Do we have enough sticks? We don't have enough sticks. We need to grab more sticks because we're going to have to build a shelter. Because guess what? We still have no bedroll. Oh, and the challenge we're doing right now, I need to pull a card for in a second. We'll do that when we're someplace a little safer. Where are all our sticks? Come on, folks.
Feels like night is coming.
We'll leave that here. We'll probably need it. Got nothing in here though. Other than the fact it's warm. Should we build a fire in here and wait? Or should we go now? We need sticks, so we should go now. Although we can probably tear up torches in order to get enough sticks. I don't want this to turn into an aurora. That guy was a little too fast. Well. Cabin fever, no injuries. Yeah, we knew we were going to get wolf jump somewhere, but didn't expect him to be successful. Uh-oh. There we go. That was a little too close for comfort. Okay, so how are we doing clothing-wise? We got any injuries? Nah, not too bad. We got off pretty lightly. Okay, let's see how many torches we're going to need to break up. We'll have to sacrifice some of our torches, but that's okay. 13. Just 2 torches, I think. 3, 2. Okay, let's do this first.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Oh. So yeah, so what we were saying is we're going to have to, for the challenge, this is the challenge again. Challenge is that every time we enter a new region or start like a new spawn, we have to draw a card from a playing card from a regular deck. So we have a deck here. This is a deck. This is actually a kind of a promotional deck that came from a game called Stew Pot, which is actually an RPG that's all about running a tavern in a fantasy world, which I haven't played yet. I've kickstarted it because it looked kind of cool, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do sometime if I ever have a group that really wants like a very low stakes sort of adventure type thing. So anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to shuffle these, and that was really crappy. Riffle and whatever the other thing's called. Wow, that was pretty bad. The camera's not on my... okay, that's a much better one. Okay, so... there we go. A little bit of that, a little bit of this, a little bit of cut and restack and cut 3 ways, which you can't see. And what we're going to do is we're going to pull, we're just going to cut it, and we'll take that card, and the card tells us our challenge. The suit tells us the nature of the challenge, and the number tells us the length or the amount that we have to do. So we get an ace of hearts. No, an ace of spades. Ace of spades. Now, that is very good for us. Why? Because spades happens to be liters of water. So an ace of spades means all we have to do is we have to boil 1 liter of water in this region, and we've made our requirement. Which means we don't even have to stay overnight here. That, my friends, is a win. We'll be out of here in no time. So that's a big win here.
I need to find food.
I was worried I was going to have to build a shelter here, but wow, that kind of sounds scary. I am really hoping that by the time we get out of Desolation Point, we have a bedroll. Otherwise, we're going to have to move this this fireplace.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
This campfire is actually sitting on a spot that we often would use for... So we just need 1 liter of water. We're going to do this really fast, actually, if we wanted to. We are done. Okay, we've made our requirement. How do I feel about the cougar? So far I've not been attacked by the cougar. I have had the cougar enter my region a few times, and mostly I've just avoided the cougar. I haven't been killed by the cougar, I haven't hunted the cougar. Partly because the challenges I've been doing lately have not really pushed me to wanting to encounter a cougar. In fact, my most recent attempt at this challenge ended right here in Crumbling Highway for really dumb reasons. I had finished in Desolation Point, come back with a bow, with arrows, I had forged, I was all equipped, and I was coming through, and I killed, my first 2 kills were like 2 wolves, and I thought, there are just 2 wolves in Crumbling Highway. I am safe. I am safe. I said that. I am safe. And so I proceed to cook up the 2 wolves, and then on day 3, so I killed them on day 1 and 2, and cooked them up. And day 3, I stepped outside to finish cooking up one of the wolves, and I got attacked by a 3rd wolf. I was like, what? And I somehow survived that wolf attack. I was in shock. I was like, why is there a wolf here? I killed all the wolves. And I staggered back, and I patched myself up. And then the next day, I went out and I killed the 3rd wolf. And it's like, okay. And I started to cook up that wolf, and then I was walking away with the meat on me, and I got jumped by a 4th wolf. 4 wolves. Why are there 4 wolves here? No. So my theory is either something's broken about the spawn time, or the wolves are migrating. That Crumbling Highway is maybe not as isolated as I thought, and is actually connected enough that you can get wolves migrating in. I thought that was supposed to happen with the timber wolves. I didn't think the regular wolves would move around. No, even with the wildlife reshuffle, I don't think there's supposed to be 4 wolves in Crumbling Highway. I mean, it's such a small, like, it's such a small region. There's just no, you can't sustain, I don't know, it makes no ecological sense at all. It's like, what did they live off? 5 expenses? Oh, that's annoying. I have seen more, like in Forlorn Muskeg. So yeah, I think they've definitely mixed things up. But the 4 in Crumbling Highway is like, it's like it's not like a crowded place. It's a tiny, tiny place. Like, where are you fitting? Where are you hiding all these wolves? I don't know. So yeah, we're mostly recovered from our wolf attack. Oh, a bear attack. We got attacked by a bear last stream. This is so dumb. We were going up towards the leaving Thompson's Crossing, going towards the access point for Coastal Highway, and we're getting up to the gate where you like go start winding uphill, and I see something dark moving, and I assumed it was a wolf. So what do? I drop my torch, I pull out my stone, and the dark thing crests the hill, and it is the bear, which then promptly charges me and mauls me. And I was like, yeah, not impressed with my little stone. Not impressed at all. Okay, we got a pry bar, finally. After much ado, we finally have a pry bar. We like went everywhere. So this run started in Ash Canyon. And we've been to Pleasant Valley. We went Ash Canyon, Timberwolf Mountain, Pleasant Valley, Coastal Highway, and now we're working our way over to Desolation Point and Crumbling Highway we just got out of. but that wolf bear totally messed me up. I was like both like angry and like laughing at the same time, because it's like, did I just try to scare off a bear with a rock? Yeah, that didn't work at all. Not impressed. We still don't have a bedroll. We're going to have to go to I think we'll try to make it to Hibernia. It can work, yes. I've seen like a bear like momentarily pause in front of a torch, but the bear had already started charging when I dropped the torch. It was like the whole process was so fast. I really should go back and clip that. It was pretty funny in hindsight, but. Yeah, nothing here. Oh, I remember what we were going to do. We were going to invite you, Prof. Niels, to participate in a crab fight tournament. Crab fight is a silly mini game that I invented as part of an ongoing campaign in which the party had been poking around asking questions about what else you could do. One of the characters had asked, what could you do? She wanted to impress or take advantage of, more accurately, so a wealthy elven elite who is sort of like a young scion of his family, i.e. he's like young heir to a fortune, wealthy family, but kind of spending his way through his wealth early. Anyways, she wanted to take advantage of him and said, what could we do that in the city? She had been asking people in the know, what could you do in the city that someone who has everything would not know about and be impressed? Like, you want to take someone who, someplace they'd never heard about and be really impressed. And their contact said, well, there's the crab fights. The giant crab fights, which are, so there's a gladiatorial ring where they take giant crabs which have been genetically, magically, or mechanically modified and pit them against each other in this gladiator style, arena. And so I kind of put forward this idea, and they said, let's do that. And so they decided that they wanted to go. Of course, they don't want to just observe, they want to actually participate. So I had to come up with a whole system for them to generate their own stable of crab gladiators that would then compete against each other in these one-on-one combats. And it's just kind of a really broken, ridiculous mini game, which is a lot of fun. And so there's the first version of it, and then I intend to make a revision, an update that can be used.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Maybe a little bit more system agnostically, so that if you just want to play the game and don't need the baggage of D&D, you could do it.
I need to find a place to rest.
Yeah, you do, Astrid. But crab fight, yeah. I can kind of show you the original rule set, and you can see what kind of silliness is there. But basically, every player begins with a pool of points that they can spend on different roles or ability boosts. And there's a fair bit of randomness, like when you roll for powers. And some of the powers are really broken and over the top, and some are very minor. I was realizing that probably what I could do is actually, instead of basing it on 5th edition rules, I could base it on like a modified version of, I think it was the hero system. Or I also saw this in like, although I never really played it, I think I had the book at one point in time for BE, what was it? Big eyes, small mouth, BESM, which was basically a system for playing like anime characters and kind of comic book characters, mostly manga and anime character types. And so their list of powers was like kind of ridiculous, and ability scores. But I think also like mutants and superhero. Like, I remember, like, there was some system I played many years ago that kind of used the same sort of basic structure. Mechanics, the rule set, anyways, for determining powers and things like that. So anyways, I kind of had that at the back of my mind when I was making the original rules, and then I kind of mashed it together with 5th edition because that's what we were running. But Crab Fight really should exist as a completely separate system. I just need to kind of fine tune it a little bit more. I don't know if we're going to make it to Hibernia or if we're just going to wrap up when we get to this mine. Just go into the mine. And then pick up next time. Which will be probably Tuesday night. So my usual schedule is Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. Figures. Go away. It's like I heard you. Look, you caught a rabbit. We actually really need rabbit hides so we can do some repairs. Okay.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Okay. Yeah, it's not quite past my bedtime, but it's getting close. But yeah, take care. We will catch you again on another stream. Root beard. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us, and let's see what we got over here. Really nice if there's a hacksaw here. It would be a nice little way to end the...
This will come in handy.
Yeah, it won't. Definitely won't. I'm debating... What? What happened to the rabbit? We picked up the rabbit. There was nothing left of the rabbit? Apparently there was nothing left of the rabbit. Wow, that sucks. Okay. Then we'll just save here. Day 22. Oh, and we do need to once again determine what our challenge is, right? So we are now in Desolation Point. So let's go ahead and shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Cut, cut. Ah! Well, that's a great way to shuffle if you kind of mess up the cards. Drop half the deck on the ground. Minor technical issue. Okay. Really should be retiring for the night at this point. Making stupid shuffling errors. Okay. Okay, let's call this. So this is our challenge then, is we are going to do this. What did we get? We got... Oh, we got off easy again. That's 4 spades, 4 liters of water. We can definitely do that. Problem with the random card pull is that sometimes you get some repetition of challenge. So spades, spades, spades. It's coming up spades.
Walk with this much gear.
Okay, so hey, do this one more time. Okay, this is where we're saving. This is the official save, and we'll update our counters. And then we'll show you a little bit of the crab fight, if you're interested. What did we say? It was 22? Yeah, 22 days. Okay. Okay, so we've got that updated. Right? No, 22. 22 it is. And then we're going to show you the silliness of whatchamacallit. Where'd it go? Crab fight, crab fight. Where is the crab fight rules? Nope, wrong one. Okay, so let's show you crab fight. You know the basics. You just choose your name. All crabs start level 1. You gain a level every time you defeat another crab. So this was based on 5th edition, so you had 6 standard ability scores, hit points, armor class, size. You start off as medium, but you can spend your creation points to change your size smaller or larger, and your size impacts your armor class and your hit points. You start off with 2 basic attacks with your 1 claw each. But if you gain some modification that grants you additional claws, you might get additional basic attacks. You will probably acquire powers, and these you start with 3 special powers acquired by rolling on the powers table. You can spend points to gain additional special powers, and you might gain spells. So let's see, and basically, yeah. So you have a pool of 30 points to spend on modifying your crab. And then I did allow you to gain additional points. Initially, the first version, you could reduce your ability scores and to gain additional points at a certain buying exchange. I think it was, yeah. So anyways, so people did try to min-max that way and get some craziness out of that. So the powers and abilities were all over the place. I just kind of brainstormed a bunch of different things and assigned them like corresponding damage or like ability modifiers. So like an adamantine shell gave you an AC plus 10. You might get a vorpal claw. On a 20, it severs the enemy claw, so it would reduce its basic attacks as well. Some of these were like puns, like ghost shell, kind of ghost in a shell, but okay. Enemy has disadvantage to hit. And then there's like rocket claw, which allows you to fire your claw as a ranged attack. Kind of like those giant robots from the 80s and 90s. And then there's like regeneration. There is like a spear jabber special attack. There's a grease jet, a battering ram. What else was there? Crazy, stupid, weird stuff. Fire resistance. Bomber's Touch is a nod to Hunter x Hunter, which is a really great anime if you've ever seen that. But there's also like a Death Ray and Electro Blast. I think one of the funniest things was Gambler's Doom, which is that you have the power of a deck of many things. So you do have to draw, and then it would cause whatever mayhem from the deck of many things would happen. Likewise, there's a Wonder Shell, which has like a Wand of Wonder type of list of powers that it would generate. So anyways, there's all sorts of craziness with this. Okay. So that was Crab Fight. In a nutshell. Yeah. Anyways, it's a lot of fun. So we did this. I entertained my players, and we did it one session. They spent the whole session playing this, and they loved it so much that we spent the next session doing it again. The whole session. We didn't actually do any D&D. We just ran our giant crabs and competed against each other. And then they like became obsessed with trying to find a way to liberate these crabs from their slavery and set them free. Some of them like had developed entire personalities by the time we were done with running Crab Fight. So definitely worth doing, I think. And it would be, if I finalize the rule set, when I finalize the rule set, I will definitely definitely invite some people to play, and maybe we can convince some people to do it on stream. So, but I think I once I finalize it and make it a little bit more system agnostic, or have its own system, then I think I can probably release it as a product on itch.io or on Drive-Thru RPG or some other place like that. and just allow people to have fun playing the game. I love the fact that it is really just kind of a mindless robot wars, but with giant crabs. So, yeah. Okay, so we are going to do one other thing before we go. As is custom, we will read a poem. So we always wrap up with a poem. So let's go to Poem Chooser and see what we get. Do Center of Memory, or do we want to do Prodigal? Prodigal's so sad. Let's not do that one. Letter 17. Okay. Yeah, we've read from the Letters series earlier this week, and apparently people like it, so we will read another one. This is from a series of poems called Letter to the Unknown Wife, which I worked on, a long time ago. But, so this is a kind of a never finished project, but based on a conversation we had on stream earlier this week, I think I might want to revisit it with a different perspective and maybe, rescue some of these and turn them into something else, or at least repackage them in a way that fits with the manuscript I am working on. Okay, so this is letter 17. Pulled over at the side of the road with miles left to go, I rest at the far edge of your name and write. Outside, the fields move dark with the memory of slow horses and you in the wind. Rain breathes low on the neck, stains the half-wound window and the empty seat beside me. I cannot sleep, but turn to the sky, wondering who else looks up at this hour when even the stars have dimmed their lamps and crept back to their silent cells to dream. All night this longing grows, like a white grief laid in the wild grass, or the long shadow of fire against the world filling with coal-eyed crows, and the sound of the river sinking out of sight. So that was letter 17 from this series. So a lot of this, I realized when I was writing these that a lot of these end up hovering between two different landscapes. One is landscape of cities and the ways in which we feel very isolated within a city space. Even, the paradox of being surrounded by people and yet feeling very much alone. And then there's another sort of dominant landscape through a lot of these poems in which it has to do with like these vast open prairie scapes, where there's a lot of land and not much else. And, the wind is big, the sky is big, the land stretches out as far as you can see, and there's a lot of time spent on traveling, which I definitely feel is like, I'm consciously, unconsciously drawing on my time in Saskatchewan. Well, also with the city stuff is like, that's my time in Los Angeles and other big cities. And I think in both spaces, we definitely have that experience of like feeling particularly removed, cut off, separated. And there's for the speaker, there's this yearning to want to connect to someone or something that they hold on to a belief exists, even though they've never actually met. So anyways, that was letter 17. Okay, and so we are wrapping up for the night. Let's go find someone to raid. Thank you, Prof. Neil and Raiders, for joining us, and all of our regulars. And anyone new lurking for the first time, thank you for being here. Feel free to give me a follow. We'll be back again on Tuesday night. Okay, so we have Slid Homes, looking at our options here. Slid Homes, Nemesis, Darling, who we visited last time. Mr. Pickleweave. Who should we visit this time? Slid Homes is doing Nagoa, day 1. No Mike. So we want to go super chill. We go back with Slid Homes. A voices, a votes. No one's voting. Okay. I don't know. We'll drop in on Nemesis. Doing Wolf Wrangler, another attempt. Okay, so we'll wrap up here. Get this raid going. Thank you for hanging out with me. We'll say hi to Nemesis, and I will get some sleep. Yay. Take care. Good night, all.